In this video, I'll share with you 3 reasons why I love Bach's motet Der Gerechte kommt so much. But before that, let's have another cup of tea. Intro. Hello, my name is Gabriel Hollander, and in this video I'll share with you 3 reasons why, for me, Bach's motet Der Gerechte kommt is so beautiful. This is the second part of our Tea Time trilogy, and if you haven't seen the first part, you'll find a link in the description below. Before we start, just a little reminder, the at the end of Der Gerechte kommt is really important to add. Der Gerechte kommt means really something completely different. So, without further ado, let's start into the first reason. Reason number 1. Infinite-like rhythmical stability. Starting from the opening bars of this piece and during the first 111 bars, there is this omnipresent rhythmical stability in this music. This music sounds like a never-stopping rolling wheel, going on and on and on. It's like the musical equivalence of this perpetual motion machine created on the YouTube channel Warm Coffee. But between us, even though people have searched for this machine for centuries, a true working perpetual machine has not yet been found. But hey, cool for the physics, but let's get back to Bach. So how did Bach create this infinite-like rhythmical stability? I'm glad you asked. Bach creates this effect by using the same rhythm in 2 oboes over and over again until the fermata bar in bar 111. Imagine you are one of the 2 oboe players in the orchestra. You just arrived at the rehearsal and you received your musical part. Rhythmically wise, you'll say, well, that's okay. On a little side note, and just between us, now I finally understand what a use could be of the re-input pitches tool inside the Sibelius software. However, beware of the danger. You really need to be super concentrated for the first 101 bars, because then the rhythm changes.
The world is changed. I feel it.
Come on, we already had that reference in the last video. Okay, maybe you'd prefer a reference to a Disney movie instead?
That's it.
Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil.
Get it? First 101 bars? 101? These repeated quarter notes in the 2 oboes, together with the repeated upbeats in the bass section, has what it takes to create this infinite-like rhythmical stability. In that regard, doesn't this music of Bach has so much in common with a good beat? A bit like the Swingle singers jazzed up an organ fugue of Bach. Here is an electronic music version of Bach's Der Gerechte kommt Enough with the first reason, let's go to reason number 2. Reason number 2, the gem in the gem. Very often in Bach's music, one can find his B-A-C-H motif. These letters are in the German music nomenclature and are the notes B-flat, A, C and B natural in the English music nomenclature. In the motet Der Gerechte kommt we can find this gem inside the gem. Let's have a look at the cadence in bars 36 to 38 in detail. Let's start. In bars 36 to 38, the alto part has the B-A-C-H motif. From a performance perspective, you'd probably want to get the attention this voice deserves during a rehearsal or a concert by encouraging the altos to be heard, as this is in a rather middle-low register. Moreover, speaking from experience, it can sometimes be challenging to balance the different choir voices in order to have a loud enough alto voice. It seems Shirley Emmons and Constance Chase have had the same experience, as they write in their book Prescriptions for Choral Excellence. The problem of having too many sopranos and not enough altos is universal. If you have worked with choirs before, you're probably nodding your head vigorously right now. And probably also Bach nodded his head, as there is something really funny following the BACH motif in Der Gerechte kommt It is precisely the alto voice who for the first time sing "Und niemand achtet drauf", which translates to "and no one pays attention". Ah, funny Bach. So, that's all for the second reason. Let's get to the third reason why this music is so beautiful. Reason number 3. So many suspensions. In this motet, Bach makes an amazing use of suspensions during the whole piece. So, how do you spot a suspension easily? As a general rule of thumb, you can look for the slurred notes between bars. If the second note of the slur is not part of the second chord, then that dissonance usually goes down by a step or half a step, and that's the suspension. So, does every slur give a suspension? No, it can happen that that second note is a note of the second chord. In that case, you don't have a dissonance and you don't have a suspension as well. It's just a slurred note. And what about the suspensions in Bach's motet? Oh, but that's the whole beauty of this motet. Even though Bach uses so many suspensions during the whole piece, we'll focus our attention to one specific place in bars 121 and 122. These two bars really form another reason why this motet is so beautiful. In bars 121 and 122, Bach writes 3 suspensions. First, a single suspension in the alto voice, followed by a double suspension in the tenor and second soprano voices. Double suspension! Double suspension! Just... Okay, so this is how we arrive at the end of this video. These were 3 reasons why I love Bach's motet Der Gerechte kommt. Of course, there are many more reasons why this music is so beautiful, and I'd love to hear what you think. Do you also love double suspensions? Let me know if you were in the mood of, it's cool, I dig it, more of that. If you get some value of this video, thanks for hitting that like button. I really appreciate it. Also, you're more and more who subscribe to this channel, and it's really encouraging for me to continue making these types of video. So if you haven't done it yet, then consider subscribing to this channel so you'll always be notified with new videos. That's all for today. See you in the 3rd part of this trilogy soon. Until then, take care.